And most likely you're not going to want to add thousands of people that way. There are many faster ways of doing that. Specifically, what I do is I go to forums like Digital Point forums. And you can actually see that here. If I go to Google and I type in Digital Point forum, this is one of my favorite places. If I go to Digital Point forums and I go under the services section, and I'll show you that in just a minute. Click on Forum Jump allows you to jump to different parts of the forum. So if I go to advertising, services, under buy, sell, or trade, services, advertising, your goal is to find people who can do that for you. Now, there are a lot of people who will just have teams of people who will just sit there and they will go through and find people that are related to online marketing or things like that. And either that or they'll use legitimate programs. So how do you figure out who's legitimate and who's not? A lot of times what I do is I look through here, see what people have to say. It's sort of like eBay. You see people's feedback, see what people say about, this person, whether they did a good job or not. And you can see that. Make sure that you visit threads with a lot of people who have posts on them. Not necessarily looking at the views. Views don't mean anything to me. The replies do, because it's what people say about other people tells you whether it's legitimate or not. There's another site that I like to use, and it's called Squidoo Empire. And I personally have used these guys for my band. And what they do is you can either have them tagging Myspace backlinks and things like that. And what you want to do is you want to outsource your traffic, basically. That's my whole point here, is that you don't always have to sit in front of the computer and do it all the time. If you got money to invest, then invest it and spend it on people who can actually do that for you. Now, let me show you, for example, my Myspace page, which is a band page. Alright, so I've got a different account here, and I'm going to log in. So what I'm looking at right now is my band page. I create music, and my whole goal here is to spread the word. And how am I going to do that? I don't have a ton of time, this and that, so we're going to look at the profile here. And you can see that these are all legitimate comments that people have responded to. And guess what? I actually used that Squidoo Empire here, and I paid them not a whole lot compared to what they're offering. So it's a really good price. And I use their service, and you can use their service, or you can go to Digital Point forums, whatever you use. A lot of these guys, what they do is they go through and find other DJs, and what they did was add friends. So me not having time, that was a great way to outsource traffic. So now you know how effective Myspace is, and that you don't really need to do a manual process. You can actually use other people to do that. So now you get the idea. What you can do is you can just go in, create a profile, add that content, add uploadable videos, audio, and blogs, but make sure that content that gives them a feel of what your product is all about, or what your service is all about. Because if you do that, more and more people will see what you're all about, and they'll want to hear about you.